What's up, you guys? My name is Sarah and welcome back to my channel. I literally just filmed an entire video of doing my makeup and talking to you guys, and all of a sudden my phone shut off and did some kind of update or something, and it's gone. It's gone forever. So that's lovely, but yeah, so I guess we'll just kind of vaguely or maybe like longly go over what I was just telling you guys. This is my new background as of right now. We did move, so I am in a different location, of course. I'm super excited because I now have my own room. At the other apartment, I used to share a room with my mom. So at this apartment, I get to be on my own, and it's really exciting. I have not fully decided if this is going to be my background for every single video, but it will be my background as of right now, of course. Once I have everything like fully set up the way that I want it to be set up, I will definitely do like a room tour or something like that. I think that would be really cool. I can show you guys right here a little video that I took yesterday. My room is coming together, but I still have like a lot to work on. But yeah, I'm really excited about having this room and being able to just have my own space. It's really nice. So with that being said, I also am looking forward to filming more videos here. I have like a really good lighting system. As you can see, this is a window. My other apartment, my windows are just like, I don't know, they just didn't work for like opening them and making videos or whatever, but this one looks really good and I like it so far. So I think that it's gonna be really helpful, but at the same time, like, just the vibe in here is like really peaceful for me, so I like that. Yeah, my next little update is that I graduated from graphic design school. I now have my bachelor's in graphic design and I'm so super excited. I can show you guys another little video of when I graduated. I made a video of me graduating, and it was just really exciting. I have been in school since 2019, you guys, so that is like quite a while, and I was just so excited to finally be able to get everything done and finished, and I don't know, I just feel like relieved to not have to do homework anymore. I promise you guys, when I finished school, I slept like for hours every single day. Like every day I would come home from school, I would fall asleep at like 6 o'clock or 7 p.m. and I would sleep until the next day. Like, it was ridiculous. But I was just so like, I don't know, I just felt like something was lifted off of me, and like I felt like I could relax, you know. So then I was able to sleep a lot more, and it was great. And I really enjoyed sleeping so much. It was awesome. And then I didn't have to worry about like, oh, I need to get up, you know, if I felt, because like before when I was in school, like if I fell asleep kind of early, then I would have to get up at like 9 or 10, you know, that same night, and then work on my homework, and then I would be up until like 12 or 1 trying to do it, and then I still wouldn't finish it, and then it would get turned in late, and like it was just so much pressure, and it was just a lot. And I'm just happy to be done and have that over with and move forward. Yeah. So speaking of moving forward, I feel like right now I just have like a lot of pressure of trying to find a job in graphic design, or a job that I can use the skills that I learned in graphic design. I don't necessarily know exactly what I want to do with my degree. I want to try, like getting into like a corporation and like, getting a graphic design job like that. I think that that would just be a good experience, but I also wouldn't mind doing something like remotely, or like some kind of like freelance job. I have done a few like freelance things for some people that I know. It's not consistent enough that like it would cover everything that I need to cover, so I know that that's like a little bit more of a risky position until you've kind of like worked in the business, I guess. I kind of view it as like the same as like doing hair. Like you can go to like Supercuts or Great Clips or whatever and kind of get your start, and like you can, make the money that you need to make. But of course, like the ultimate goal is to maybe one day have your own salon, or be in a salon where it's more like on your terms and your rules. And I'm kind of viewing it in that same way. Like when you just get out of cosmetology school, unless you have like a really big following in school, you're not gonna just like own your own salon and all of a sudden have a bunch of people come. Like, unless you know a bunch of people that want to come to you, like it doesn't always happen that way. And so I'm kind of looking at graphic design in the same way. So I don't want to like jump into only doing freelance and then it's not going anywhere. I just want to try everything and see where I fit the best. Speaking of that, like I've been having a lot of people just be like, okay, you have your degree, what are you gonna do now? You have your degree, what are you gonna do now? What are you gonna do now? What are you gonna do now? I don't know yet. Like everybody just wants me to like get something really quick and get a job like as soon as I got out of school, like have something lined up. And sure, that would have been awesome if I would have had that, but I didn't. And so I'm just also wanting to relax. Like I've been in school, like I said, since 2019 and it's almost 2023. Like that's just a long time of being in school, and I finally don't have to worry about homework. I finally don't have to worry about getting an assignment, and I don't have to worry about dealing with a teacher that I don't like very much or that doesn't like me. Like I don't have to worry about that stuff anymore, and like it's just relieving. And that's kind of where I'm at. Like I just want to relax and be calm and be peaceful, and nobody wants to let me do that. So I just, I kind of have to push past it and just be like, whatever, like I'm gonna do what I have to do, and I'm gonna do what I think is best for me. And I've had people that like really just, some are genuinely like wanting to know like, what are you gonna do with your degree? And then I have other people that are like, are you actually going to use this degree? Because I have my cosmetology license and I don't really use it, mostly because I don't think that I'm a very good hairstylist, to be honest. When it comes to color and bleaching and stuff like that, like that's just not, it's not my passion. It's not something that I like particularly enjoyed doing in school. I really liked styling hair more, and I also liked doing makeup. I loved doing nails, which is something I'm considering getting back into. Like that's the kind of stuff that I really loved. So I don't know. I don't see using my degree here benefiting me in any way. Like I said, until I get what I need to start doing nails, then yes. Until like I would get some kind of a good kit for doing makeup, then yeah, I could do that too. But even at that, like, I don't know, I feel like I have a really bad tendency to compare myself to everybody else. Like, comparison is like a big deal with me, and I know that I shouldn't be comparing myself to anybody else and all that, but it does happen, and it's really frustrating for me to kind of push past it and feel like, well, I could start doing nails, but I think other people can do so much better than me. Why would somebody want to come to me? Or, you know, even I had that with YouTube. I had that for the longest times why I didn't want to make my channel. Like, oh, I'd just be doing, you know, the same thing that everybody else is doing, or it would just be a little bit different, but nobody's gonna want to watch me. Like, you know, like I just have that internal struggle a lot of the time, and it's just frustrating, and it's hard for me to push past that. And I don't think that a lot of people really understand that aspect of things coming from me. Everybody's just kind of like, oh my god, like, you know, just push past the comparison, like don't live in comparison, blah blah. And like, yeah, you don't want to live in comparison, but it's not easy to just push past it. Like it hurts, and it's a big struggle for some people, and it happens to be a big struggle for me. So it's just hard, but I do want to use my degree. I have been applying for some jobs. I haven't really found anything yet. I'm just excited to see what's gonna come, and I'm just hoping that it'll be good and that I will find something, that I'll find what my real passion is along the way. And yeah, I'm excited for that. I also has been like really struggling mentally lately. I had a relationship end, and I felt like it needed to end, but it doesn't make it any less difficult to deal with. I just feel bad about the way that everything happened, but it's like I feel bad about the way that things happen, but I know that it's something that needed to happen. And now I'm just trying to move forward, but I'm trying to move forward without jumping to somebody else, if that makes sense. And I do find myself like, I just want to find somebody else, you know, like just to have, I guess, somebody to like fill my time. And I'm trying to be okay on my own. And I've usually been okay, like when I've been on my own, you know, like I never really felt like I needed to have somebody, but it's just nice to have someone, and to have someone for almost a year, to now not have them calling me all the time, to not have them to talk to, is just a little, it's a change that like I'm trying to get used to, you know? So that's just been something I've trying to deal with. And you know, it's just like words that were said when the relationship ended that kind of like, I don't know if anybody else does this, but when things happen like that with other people, and like what was said just like replays in your head, and then it like makes you sad when you think about it. Like that's been happening to me a lot lately, and it's just been a little hard. It's been a little hard to deal with. It's just just very draining. Like everything lately has just been very draining for me. I just feel like my finances are out of whack. My life is out of whack. I have like no sustainable relationships in my life. Like not even like friends or anything. Like I just don't feel like I have anything. Like not materialistically, but like inside, I just, don't feel like I have anything in my life. And it's just been very like lonely. And I'm trying to combat that feeling of loneliness, like instead of what I would do, which is as soon as I get out of a relationship, well, not as soon as, but like when I would get out of a relationship, I would just go into a dating app and then just start like going on dates and just have guys like to talk to or whatever, someone to just make me feel better about not having somebody. But I don't want to do that. And I'm also really trying to focus on God. And God has been in my life ever since I was little, like ever since I was like a baby. Like I've always been surrounded by God and by church and everything with my mom. And I've always been like a really strong believer, but over the years, like once I lost my grandma, like that really took like a big hit on my faith. And just ever since then, I've been trying to rebuild, and it's really, really hard. It's been really difficult to get consistent again and in like reading my Bible and in prayer, and to do things like that, and to really be living out that Christ-like life. It's been really a difficult thing for me, and it's just easier to run to people pleasing instead of like relying on God and being like, okay, you're enough for me. Okay, you're the one that I can run to. You're the one that I want. You're the one that I know that I need. And it's just hard. It's so hard, and I struggle sometimes because I see people like on TikTok or on Instagram or whatever, and they're so passionate. They're so like just unwavering in their faith, and it's beautiful. It's really a beautiful thing to see. It's just like, man, like I wish I could feel that way. I wish I could feel the way that you feel. I wish that I could do what you're doing. I just don't feel it. Like I just, like I know that I love the Lord. I know that I want God to be in my life. I know I want to be a Christian. I am a Christian because I've accepted Jesus into my heart. But living out what I'm supposed to be living is hard. Like I've noticed like I'm not a very consistent person. Like I'm not consistent in anything. Like I'm not even consistent on YouTube, like this is like my first video in like how many months, like I'm not consistent with things. And I think that that's where it gets me, and that's where all my other relationships fail. That's where all my friendships fail. That's where my career things fail. That's like where everything fails, because I'm just not a consistent person, and I don't know how to change. Like I think I've had this exact conversation on a video before, talking about consistency and trying to be a more consistent person and working on that and everything, and I don't know what to do. And it's just hard. It's so hard, like, to push myself, because I get into these like depressive modes, and I get into this anxiety modes, and I just like cannot break myself out of it sometimes. And it just, when I get into those modes, like how people say like fight or flight, like I am not a fight person. I am a light person. If anything, actually, I'm more like a stationary person, because in that moment, I just want to like curl up into a ball and just like cry, because I don't know what to do, and I just want to feel peaceful, you know, and I just don't feel very peaceful most of the time. And I feel like my personality has changed a lot over time, and I used to be like, I don't know, like somebody that people could run to and talk to, and somebody that I really wanted to help others, and I just really wanted to like be there for people. And I just feel like I'm not that anymore for anybody. And even when people do come to me, it's like they're not satisfied with what I have to say. And I guess it's because I'm not like when people would come to me all the time, like I was very consistent with church and with God and prayer and reading the Bible and stuff. So it was like I had more knowledge to give, but like on my own, like without God and without reading the Bible and without getting to know like what his word says, it's like I don't know what to say, and what I have to say is not valuable, you know. That's how I feel. Now, I mean, some stuff that I have to say does go just based off of experiences, but that can only get somebody so far, you know, because I can tell you about my experience, but my experience is not going to be anything like yours, and yours is not going to be anything like mine. And my reaction to what I experience is not going to be your reaction to what you experience. And so I feel like, yes, I can empathize with you and I can relate, but as far as like advice, if you don't have the same reaction that I did, the advice that I have to give you is just like not gonna be helpful, if that makes sense. Yeah. I know I feel like I smile a lot whenever I'm talking about things that are uncomfortable for me, just because I'm like, I don't know what it is. Like I just get so uncomfortable that like I kind of start to laugh, or I just like smile. And I know that that's just so odd, but I don't know. I was talking to my friend yesterday, and I was just telling him like, you know, lately I feel like I've been going through a harder time mentally, and I just don't feel like I have anybody to talk to. And like I said, I have been trying to get better about like being in prayer and everything, because that is a way for me to release everything that I'm feeling and everything that I'm dealing with. But like yesterday I tried to talk to my mom, and my mom is very like positive and happy, like, you know, happy-go-lucky, whatever. And so she doesn't really like to talk about things that are a little deeper, things that are a little more personal, things that are like maybe a negative, you know. She doesn't like to talk about that stuff. So she's just very like, it's okay, it'll be okay, it'll be okay. And then she starts talking about something that's like completely off topic. And for me, I just get so angry when people do that, because I feel like you're trying to like brush me off. And I know that that's not what she's trying to do, but it does like really get me mad. And so I just like, you know, I was so frustrated with that I posted something, and I said, because she walked out of the room because we were just like, okay, this conversation is not getting us anywhere. And I just got like, I just sat here for a while. I was just laying down. I didn't want to move. I didn't want to get up. I didn't want to do anything. And then I just got up and I started getting ready, and I started, you know, kind of cleaning up my room. And I was just watching TV, just been watching America's Next Top Model. I don't even know why. It's just like nostalgic for me to watch, and like nostalgia is something that like actually really makes me happy. But I've just been watching that, and yeah, I was just in here and I had posted a little while later, like, had a bad day. No, the day started off bad, but I'm pushing through it because I was just trying to push past what I was feeling. Like, I woke up like really upset and just like depressed and just down and all that stuff. And you know, it always makes me feel better to talk to somebody, but then I try to talk to people and it never goes well. It never goes well. And I didn't even go to church on Sunday because I just was so like, I just didn't even want to get out of bed. You know, I was just so down. And then trying to talk to my mom, it's like it didn't go well, and so that brought me down even more. And you know, I love my mom, but we're just very different, so I just have to like remember that, you know. My friend called me later and he was just like, hey, are you okay? Like, I saw what you posted, blah blah blah. And I was like, yeah. I said, I just feel like, I don't know if it's like, you know, because of the time of the year, you know, people say like these last few months of the year are like the most depressing, and like the rate of bad mental health goes up. It really is a difficult time, and we're just talking about that and how like it's just because you realize, I feel like it's because you realize what you don't have in those moments. You realize like how different people have it, and like, you know, you realize what you have and what you don't have compared to everybody else, and it just makes it a harder time, especially like if you've lost somebody, or if you know, have a bad memory on a holiday. It just like, you don't want to be around that, you know, and it's understandable, but it does make it hard. And I don't know if like that's what's been bothering me, if it's just the time of the year, but I'm just trying to fight through it. I really am. And like I said, that's not the normal reaction for me. Normally I'm just I think I'm gonna stay in bed for the next couple of days kind of person, but I'm really trying to just move forward. It's been really difficult for me, but I guess I just want to encourage anybody that's going through that. I know that's really hard, and I know that especially maybe like right now, whenever we see like people posting about, you know, their family get-togethers, or just knowing that like you have family that gets together but you're not a part of it, or you have like, or you don't have a family that you feel like you're a part of, or you don't even have friends, you just work so that you don't have to think about that. Like, there's just so many scenarios that people go through during the holidays, and it's really sad, but I just like want you guys to know that you're not alone. And my friend was telling me yesterday, and I kind of misunderstood what he was saying at first, because he was like, you know, like everybody goes through stuff, you know, it's not just you. And he was like, his point was to say that like you're not alone. And I took it as like, I know everybody has bigger problems than I do. And he was like, that's not what I was trying to say. And I was like, okay, say what you're trying to say. But it was just like that you're not alone. And sometimes it makes you feel better to know that like other people are going through these things too. And that it's not just you. It's not like you're in a world full of people having a good time. Even though it does kind of seem that way, especially when, you know, you do feel more alone and you don't have other people to kind of like relate with. But that's kind of why I wanted to make this video, just to whoever ends up actually seeing it, I don't know, even if you see it this year or 3 years later, I don't know, but I just wanted you guys to get some updates with me, and also just to know that you're not alone and you're so loved. And I just want you guys to remember that, you know. And I know that right now, like, maybe you don't feel like you are, you don't feel like you're loved, you do feel like you're alone, but I promise you guys, like, everything will be okay. Everything will be okay. And I'm trying to tell myself that too, just that everything will be okay. And I hope that in this time, whatever you're going through, that will be a comfort to you. And also just that God loves you, you know, so you are loved, even if you don't believe it, it's okay. You're loved still. But yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it was more just like a talking video, and those don't seem to get very many views with me, which is fine. Sometimes I don't want to hear myself talking either, but I hope you guys that do watch this and get all the way to the end, I hope you guys enjoy it. And I am definitely planning some more content, so I'm really excited to try to get this going. And I wanted to do Vlogmas, but I missed the first day, and then I did the second day, but I didn't like how it came out, and then I just kind of lost it. But yeah, so I hope you guys forgive me for not doing Vlogmas. I feel like I should have, but maybe next year. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah. So, as I always tend to say in these videos, comment, like, subscribe, all that stuff. And I will talk to you guys next time. Bye.